So what's it like walking to go get coffee when you can run 4,000 miles an hour?
It's nice slowing down every once in a while, even for the Flash.
I'm actually really glad that we are seeing Barry and Caitlin kind of interact, you know, outside of just the work they do on Team Flash. Whether you ship them or not, I really just love seeing their friendship and I love seeing them interact. I've always enjoyed, you know, them on screen together. And and I'm sure I've said this in previous videos, I was a really big fan of original Team Flash, you know, Barry, Cisco, and Caitlin. I loved the way they interacted in season 1. And it really was a bummer that we really didn't get to see them consistently interact in the later seasons as we did in the beginning seasons, because I always loved the original Team Flash dynamic, and now that Cisco is gone, obviously we aren't going to be getting much of that at all unless he comes back on occasion. So it still is really good that we are able to see Barry and Caitlin interact, and I hope that this continues in the season and we continue to see Barry and Caitlin have scenes together.
Is Frost joining us?
No, last night I sent her on a 2-week Eat, Pray, Love tour because she's still pining over Mark Blaine.
I thought she was mad at him all summer.
And fall, but she still misses him, even though I told her he's a jerk who is never gonna change.
Okay, so based on set photos we've seen over the past couple of months, it does seem like Mark will be returning at some point during this crossover. I don't know exactly what episode that'll be, but I know it'll be at some point during this crossover, like I said. I really hope that Mark apologizes to Frost for just randomly walking out on her in the last episode that he was in, because, you know, I actually kind of ship them together. I really enjoy seeing the dynamic that Mark and Frost kind of have together, so I'm really hoping that he redeems himself and he apologizes, and maybe we'll see more of them together in the future.
For the first time since Ronnie passed, I think I'm really ready to get back out there. I'm gonna start dating again.
I honestly don't know how I feel about Caitlin dating again, mostly because anytime she gets a love interest, the Flash writers have a bad habit of like centering her storyline around just her being in a relationship, and I just don't think that's how it should be. I feel like she should have her own storyline because, I mean, and I've ranted about this in many of my videos, I feel like she should really have her own dedicated storyline to her past and kind of everything that happened with her and Frost. I feel like it's a wasted storyline if they really don't dive back into that and kind of explore her past and her childhood and all of the trauma that came with that, because it would be an absolutely amazing storyline to have. But I know that's a little off topic, I apologize, but I don't know how I feel, but I guess we'll see.
You have seriously leveled up. If only you could teach Frost how to do the same. I mean, bypassing anyone who calls themselves Chillblaine, I think would save her a lot of heartbreak.
I totally agree with this statement. Not about her leveling up with like dating or whatever. I think that she should end up with Mark as long as he kind of becomes a better person and apologizes. But anyway, I really want her to level up with her power. I feel like she has so much power. I mean, she's very powerful, but they just never expand her abilities at all. And I really hope that they kind of level her up as far as her abilities go this season. I would really like her to really gain a better understanding of her powers and how to use them. So yeah, I really hope that we can kind of see that throughout the season.
Once I came to terms with being a meta, it helped me realize how important it is.
I still have mixed feelings about Kristen Kramer. I don't know. I just kind of hated how she despised metas, and as soon as she realized that she was one, she was like, oh, I don't hate metas anymore. I just don't know how I feel about that, but I'm sure we'll see her a lot more this season, so I don't know. Maybe I'll like her more as the season goes on. I'm not sure yet, but for now, I'm still kind of having mixed feelings about her.
Ray?
In the flesh.
I'm actually really happy that Ray is in this episode. I don't really watch Legends of Tomorrow or anything like that, but I've always loved Ray as a character, even back when he was in Arrow. So it's just really great to see Ray again, and I hope that we get to see him more, maybe later in the season. I don't know. I mean, I don't really foresee that we will, but you know, there's always hope that we'll see him again at some point this season. the heck is this?
There you go, Iris.
I'm not even gonna lie, whatever Ray just made looks disgusting. Like, I would never drink something like that, more than likely.
Alan, does me being a meta make working for me more difficult?
No, I just think being around you in general makes life more difficult. I'm just kidding, sort of.
A high-tech theft at a huge R&D corporation.
Which happens all the time in this town. Was anyone killed? Is the
Nope.
Flash involved?
No, he
Tragedy sells
isn't.
papers, folks.
This scene frustrates me so bad, even though I personally am not the one experiencing this kind of disrespect. I have to watch someone experience this kind of disrespect, and let me tell you something. If I was Allegra and these people were being rude to me and disrespecting me like this, knowing dang well that I am the boss of them, I would literally go off. I would have to. Like, I would be so frustrated. You know, honestly, I probably wouldn't go off. I would probably be too chicken. But theoretically, I would want to go off on every single one of these people. Because holy cow, I cannot stand when people are like disrespectful like that.
Iron Heights just lost power for 3 seconds, during which every cell door unlocked and opened. Now they've got 1,000 inmates roaming the facility.
Iron Heights has got to do something about their dang electricity. They be having power outages like every other episode. Like, come on.
And again, I'm so sorry.
Chester,
No shade to Chester whatsoever, but he is being so dramatic about this. Like, Ray literally said that it was fine, and he is just acting like he just killed Ray's cat or something. Like, it's not that serious.
We'll gab later.
Please don't ever say that again.
What's going on, Chester? I'm sensing a whole lot of sadness.
I love how Cecile cares so much about every single member of the team. Like, she always goes out of her way to make sure that everyone is taken care of and that they are okay.
I'm like dead to him. Oh my God, Cecile, I'm so sorry. I shouldn't have said that.
No, it's okay.
What do you mean by that?
I'm not even gonna lie, this scene was really, really cool. And of course, I'm just really glad that we get to see Barry actually use his powers and not be nerfed.
Con coverage ever.
I honestly don't really care what Chester is even saying right now. All I'm focused on is the fact that there is a Tannhauser Industries sign in the background. And here's my, my typical every video reminder that we deserve to see the Carla Tannhauser storyline with her being a metahuman, and I really, really hope that they actually use that storyline this season.
You create 10 years from now one that destroys your own planet.
Okay, so this is actually a really, really interesting setup. I'm really looking forward to seeing the rest of the parts to this crossover. I think this will be really interesting, and it'll be especially interesting to see kind of what leads to this moment right here that we're seeing in this scene.
What if I created a nonprofit organization to fund young scientists like your Jitters friends?
That would be awesome.
Great!
I love Ray so much. I know I've already mentioned that in this video, but I really just do. He's just such a wonderful and kind character. I really enjoy seeing him on screen.
Just show them who you really are, like you do with this team each and every day.
It was really great being able to have Ray back, even if it just was for this episode. And like I mentioned before, I really do hope that we are able to see him again at some point this season. And yeah, it was really great seeing him again.
protecting this world. All I'm asking for is a chance to prove I'd never turn my back on it.
Why should I believe you?
Because my name's Barry Allen, and I have nothing to hide.
Man, Barry Allen just does not hesitate to reveal his identity to anyone and everyone that walks into the room. All jokes aside, I do know that him revealing his identity is kind of important in this situation, but I just think it's hilarious how he always ends up revealing his identity to somebody.
Your boldness impresses me, Flash. And it's earned you a stay of execution. You now have 7 Earth days to prove that you won't become the monster I've already witnessed in the future.
Like I mentioned before, this storyline actually looks really interesting, and I look forward to the rest of the parts of this crossover. That's it for this episode of The Flash. I hope you guys did enjoy the video, and if you did, make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you are new. And I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye!